Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. Today I'm out here cruising around in the awesome Toyota Tacoma, and I have a 2021 magnetic gray metallic SR5 automatic two-wheel drive. That's right, I don't have four-wheel drive because I don't need four-wheel drive, and I still feel just as manly as I did before. But anyway, I'm out here cruising around and I love the truck. The truck is awesome. No problems with it. It's been fantastic so far. Love driving it. It's just awesome. But there's a couple of things that the Toyota Tacoma SR5, particularly, trim level doesn't have, that if it did, this truck would be perfect. Not just awesome, but perfect. The first one is auto up windows. I mean, come on, man. I would think today, in today's world, on a 2021, and yes, I knew it didn't have them before I bought it, but on a 2021, I would think that at least at the SR5 trim level and above, you would have automatic one-touch up windows. It's such a drag, and I know this is a first world problem, right? But still, just to be able to hit the button and have the window go up. You know, I recently bought a pretty basic, really, Honda Civic manual transmission. It's on one of my other channels, Mod Driven, if you want to check that out. But that car actually has auto up windows. It also has a walk away locking feature. In other words, you can activate it so that when you walk away from the car, it automatically locks, and it has touch keyless entry, also a push start. I mean, all these things on a pretty basic car. You know, it's a 20, what, I think new, it's probably a 22, 24, 5, whatever $1,000 car as compared to the, you know, 30 some odd $1,000 Toyota Tacoma. But it has all this stuff on it that my Tacoma does not have. And even as an aftermarket feature, I know there's a company out there that sells some kind of a device, a bunch of wiring. It looks fairly complex to me from what I've seen. But they sell something that you can actually take your door apart, stick it in there, and hopefully it works. I don't know. Haven't really heard much about whether it works or not. If you happen to have that or have done it, have firsthand knowledge of it, and it works, I'd be curious to know, because it's something that I might consider doing myself, because frankly, it's just that much of an aggravation for me. The next thing that the SR5 should have to really make it just perfect is HomeLink. You know, I don't understand. I'm looking at the mirror. I'm focusing on the road too. But I'm looking at the mirror, and it has auto dimming on it, which is a more advanced feature, right? It has a compass in the upper right-hand corner. Now that compass, does anybody ever actually use that? I mean, I use it, you know, just for kicks. If I happen to be driving around and I'm just curious about what direction I'm going in, I might glance up there and look at it. But otherwise, what is it for? I mean, does anybody really use that for directions? I mean, are you out somewhere and going by that to get where you're going? You know, if you have to go south, maybe you're cutting through fields just to stay dead south. I don't know. I really don't know why it's there. And my point in going on about the compass is eliminate it. Replace it with HomeLink. I mean, I've put in my own version of HomeLink. I've done this before. I've made videos about it. It's a momentary switch wired to a garage door opener. So in essence, I'm just extending the length between the switch and the transmitter so that I can have it right in my truck, mounted actually in the front panel area. But why should I have to do that? I mean, why doesn't a truck that's $30,000 come with HomeLink, especially when it comes as an auto-dimming mirror? And I'm picking on the mirror because typically the HomeLink is put right up there in the mirror. But why does it come with auto-dimming and a compass, a digital compass, an electric, a wired compass, but no HomeLink? I just don't understand that. And maybe Toyota is going to take care of that in the next generation that's coming up. I don't know. I would certainly expect so, that at least in their second above, or maybe even third above the lowest trim, that we would get those two features, two simple things. Now, I know there's a lot of other stuff out there, and this starts to become more personal preference that people would like to have. You know, people want disc brakes all the way around. Me, I don't really care about that. As long as I push on the brake pedal and the truck stops, I'm pretty good with it. Other things like a rear locker and whatever else, who knows? I mean, personally, I think Toyota should send a factory-lifted Toyota Tacoma with just the basic things on it, you know? Four-wheel drive if you want it, two-wheel drive if you don't, for less money, of course. Home link, auto-up windows, a decent radio, you know, just what I consider to be the necessities. You know, a lot of people out there, and I know not everybody, has a garage door with an opener on it. I mean, I would think that's fairly standard these days. Again, I know not everybody does, but I would think we could have a truck that would include those. Now, I know why Toyota doesn't do that. They cut things off that they know people want, and a lot of times are willing to pay more money for, so that they go to the next trim level. You know, instead of an SR5, you go to the TRD version, because then you're going to get a home link and some of these other things that, you know, that you really want. And of course, you're going to get a lot of junk that you don't want. And that's the problem. You're paying for all this stuff that you don't want. And of course, there's a lot of profit in that other stuff, right? I mean, they add all these little gadgets and stuff and things and charge you a lot more money, a huge markup for them. I know that's why they do it. I get it. It's business, right? But you would think these simple things they would put in the truck just to make people more happy with the truck, right? So that you're wanting to come back. I mean, I don't have any desire to switch or go up to the TRD version. It doesn't have any benefit for me. And I'm certainly not going to pay more money, thousands more, just to get auto-up windows and home link. I mean, you have to draw the line somewhere, right? They're worth it to me, but they're not worth thousands to me. Particularly when, like the little momentary switch that I put in, I can kind of come up with my own solution. However, doing something with the auto-up windows, as I mentioned, that looks to be a heck of a lot more complicated, and I'm not even sure if it really works. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know. Do you think that the SR5, not only being awesome, but would be perfect if it came with one-touch auto-up windows and home link? I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. Mod Driven, all about that new, to me, Honda Civic 6-speed manual, and RobMotive JT, all about the Jeep Gladiator. Check them out, and if you're interested, why not subscribe? And while you're at it, smash the subscribe button here too. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.